Hello everybody, Thorgal here, and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft Let's Play series. Last time we worked on the city, and oh man, I'm gonna need so much more. 2.5 stacks. Let's make a couple more of these. And I had a live stream since then, where we worked on the middle part, where the control room is. We covered that up. I'll show you guys that in a second. Alright, let's just go with this much for now. How much more iron? Okay. Let's go ahead and make a bunch of regular rails. I'm gonna need a lot of rails today. And, well, this is how much I'm gonna carry for now. So the goal today is to actually get the... Can I put all this in here? Perfect. The goal today is to actually get the villagers, or set up the way to get the villagers to the different buildings, right? I think I usually have, yeah, golden iron in here and the redstone, yes. Okay, so this should be enough. Let me take, nope, I got the rest of it here. But let me show you first the progress that we made over here in that live stream. It was a lot of fun. I actually initially figured we're gonna work on the houses itself, which I finished off camera. It took a long time, and it was just a lot of building. It was very monotone because it's always the same thing, but I'm glad I got it done, most of it. So let's get up here to my favorite viewing spot. Good, perfect. So this is what it looks like so far. Not bad, right? I can really see the progress. I'm liking it a lot. And down here, this is what we built in the live stream, and we also covered up the inside, and then we started kind of trying to figure out how we're gonna do the rail carts, right? Let's talk about the districts real quick. There's 8 of them, okay? And you can kind of see them wherever they are connected via bridges, okay? So like right here, there's a house connected with a bridge to this one. So this is kind of one district. This house right here in the middle is gonna be left out. It's just gonna be decoration because it's really hard to make a stairway going up into this house or something. So I'm just gonna leave it out for now. We have so much room. Okay, then back here, this is connected via bridge to this one, which is touching this building and connected to this one via the bridge. So that's another district. So this is a smaller one, and this is a large one, I would say. Then I have one right here. These 3 houses you see, they're all connected via bridges and so on. And let's just... let's see how far I can get with the ender pearl. Alright, not bad. I can show you guys the rest. This right here is another small one. So I have 2 very small ones. This is the another one. This one right here is a very large building by itself. It's standalone. It's not connected to any other buildings. This one is probably the largest here, because this is an L shape plus connected to this very large one here. And then these 2 are connected. These 2 are connected. Yes, this is also a large one, I guess. Almost as big as this one. And then back here, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is an L shape back here, double L, kind of. This is another district, and then this one here I showed you from up there already. So these are the different places where I need to run the rail carts into, right? And unload them automatically. That's my goal for this. I'm going to be down there, and I don't want to have to leave the downstairs in order to bring the villagers and get dropped off, right? And the goal, of course, is to have all of this so secure that I can just remotely send them there, and then the cart comes back. Now, let me show you guys where it would be. Over here is the best example. Yes, because this is the one that I initially did. So right here, I kind of planned out how to get to these buildings, right? And I'm going to show you guys downstairs in just a second. But before we go there, I was going to send the rail cart up here. And then important is that they get dropped off and then the cart returns. Right? And then in here, there's going to be a stairway going up. And so they can go across the bridge here to the other building and back down inside. So they can freely roam inside and outside of these, on top and inside of the buildings. But the problem is that this unloading station that I need here takes up a lot of room that I cannot really do in here. Okay? So I'm going to show you guys how I'm planning it. I did one as a testing, because, you know, it takes a long time to kind of figure this out. So I set one up, not all the way, just the end piece. And that is this one over here, the very first district, I call it, whatever. I don't know what to give these names yet. But instead of having the rail cart come in here and then unload and go back, I just decided to bring them all up via a water elevator. Okay, you guys see it takes up a very small footprint, only a 2x2 on the inside, and they're gonna come up here and then drop out in the inside of it. So nothing can go back into it, and they come in here safely, right? So I shouldn't have any problems, because that was the other thing is, when you have that stairway going down, not only do you have to bring them up high to unload, but you also need to cover up the hole so they cannot just walk down the railroad track again, right? So that was the whole thing here, and we're gonna build at least one of these together here. But now let me show you guys the downstairs. Actually, before we do the downstairs, I figured I'm gonna show you guys this here first. So down here, I did a little bit of cleaning up during the stream, and then I think afterwards I did a little bit more. I forgot now. And this is kind of gonna be the grand entrance here, right? Maybe we'll put a little bit, a couple boats out here or something. I was even thinking of possibly removing this little island right here. Right here, this island, so you can see the whole waterways over there. I kind of would like to be able to see our fishing hut right there. Right, that would be kind of cool, so you know where you are, and you can see it from here to over there. So I have to figure out how we're going to do that, but you're going to come in here, and then I wanted to have like a little bit of a plaza here, right? And this is where the villagers are, underneath, right here. I added the water afterwards, after the stream, but everything else we built during the stream, including this little sun pergola or whatever this is, you know, so these guys don't get any heat strokes down there, whatever. And then I made this because it was kind of, just the glass looked kind of weird, right? So I put the water here, and you can still see them down there, and it's safe. And of course, there's going to be tons of decorations here, you know, benches, bushes, trees, flowers, all that good stuff. But I don't want to do that today. I want to really work on these villagers. And I added 3 doors. And don't forget that the 32 radius ends right here at this glass block. So if I have doors outside of that, it should not be a problem. Famous last words. I can always check the NBT data. So I needed a door. I didn't want to have a ladder coming down here, right? And I also closed up everything here, made it spawn proof as much as I can during the stream. And then I added another door here. This is to the rail car takes off here to pick up the villagers and then comes back here, which we need to tie in later. And then there is one more door down here. This is the one that goes down to the redstone elevator that we have that lights up these 2 right here. That's it. So our control room is right here and everything. And then when I sent them to get stored, they actually go here. Now, I cannot dress this up inside here too pretty, right? This is probably going to be it, but I think it's fine. I cannot, you know, cover this dirt here, because this is directly the dirt from the plaza, as you guys can see here. This is the middle. And I cannot put half slabs there, or the villagers hit it. And I cannot lower this one, because down here is a piston that pushes them off and so on. But I'm okay with it. I think I'm fine. I mean, this is a work area, right? And you guys see we have 8 waiting over here, and this is what we're going to work on today. Right here is going to be 8 signs to the different sectors. And they're going to say, let's say, Sector 5. And it's going to say there, clerics. Okay? So I know when I need to send off my clerics right there, I'm going to pull this lever. For example, I'm making this up, okay? This is going to be 5 clerics. And then once this is off, I come over here. I would flip this lever so the piston retracts. And I'm sorry. I don't have any clerics. I meant librarians, okay? And then I push this guy down there and he gets delivered, and I'm going to give it a few. I'm going to need to give it probably at least 30 seconds or so. And then I'll open this one because there's another librarian and send them over there and so on. And the reason why I need to wait, I'll show you in a second. I'm going to leave this one triggered here. This piston. And I'll show you guys downstairs what I did here. So they're going to drop down here, get on this track. And the track is going to come over here. And then come to here. All right. And by default, it will always go straight through. But here you see it's turned this way. Because this piston extended, the redstone block is touching this repeater, which flipped this one right here. So you guys see when I remove this, you see it's going back straight. And let me put this back there. Bam. All right, so now let me show you guys over here just what it's gonna look like. Actually, we can just hop in here. And I can show you how it actually functions. We come over here, I get kicked out. And then I would swim up into this one here. Right? And I'm up here. and then I get pushed over, boop, and I fall out. So that's how I'm going to get up. How I'm going to get the villagers to go up here, and that should work nicely. Let me go ahead and sleep and go back downstairs and show you guys the actual redstone and stuff. Okay, so obviously this is going to be tied into this here, right? But the way the redstone works back here is they come up here, and then this here is the activated track that actually kicks the villager out of the minecart. Now, it was important that I have 3 solid blocks back here. When I had these glass, they sometimes had a chance of actually getting pushed into this glass block and fall down here. But once I made these 3 stone, and then I also made the one back here stone, I always got this mounted into here, right? This one needs to be glass, otherwise they take suffocation damage when they go through it. And then this here is a detector track, which runs the redstone down here and triggers this piston, and that pushes the block forward. Otherwise, the villager will stand on this block. Okay? So it gets kicked out, gets triggered, piston extends forward, and the minecart hits the block back here and then comes back. So now that we know how the minecarts leave here, right? When they come back, I need to figure out a way that they all end up on a single track when they come back. And that single track, I want to come back into here. Okay? So when I send the villager from down there out to get stored, the cart comes back here and gets broken and goes back into my cart system. And that's going to be really tricky. Tying into this is going to need to happen somewhere down here. I cannot tie in from over there because there's no way for me to get up there, right? Actually, I could come from here and then have a hopper pointing into this one. So I could come from this side if needed. Otherwise, if I need to come from the other side over here, and you guys see I left myself room everywhere to run around down here, it would have to come in here. Okay? So, for example, just gonna show you here like this. It would come in from this way. So the cart that comes from the drop-off into the lava that comes down here goes straight through, and this one will tie into here. But I'm going to leave this out for right now. I think what we're going to get started with first is going to have to be the rails going outwards. That shouldn't be too hard, right? The only thing we need to figure out is we cannot really crisscross any tracks. That doesn't work in vanilla Minecraft, right? There's no crossing. So I think we simply need to go that this first one is going to hug the inside. So that's not going to be the first one. It's actually going to be the second drop-off, right? Because they're both on the left-hand side. So this one running down here needs to turn away first. And then a little bit later, this one that's going to run on this side is going to also turn left, right? So, but anyways, these two right here, let's just lay them out for right now with regular rails like this. So we can kind of get an understanding on how this is going to work. So these two go here. And then I think the third one here needs to come to this one here. However I'm going to put this one because it's right up here. And then the fourth one is going to have to be this one, right? Let's just get rid of this stuff here. I don't really need this for testing anymore. I'm going to run all the powered rails later, or in a minute once we have this laid out. And then, of course, these right here. That's, I mean, you guys kind of get the idea. This is how I'm going to need to run them, all of them. So none of them ever cross. And yes, it's going to cost a lot of... there was 2 ways. I could have either made a junction further down to each one of them, and run just a ton more redstone to these, or just run more rails. And I really like this. This is actually quite cool. So, now the problem, like I said, is that I need to intercept all of these when they come back. And that's going to be a real doozy that I am not sure how I'm going to be able to do that. Actually, now that I'm thinking of it, this might actually work right here. Let's try this for a second. This might actually be easier than I thought. So if I come here and then turn this. When this goes out, it will go this way, but when it comes back, it will go here. And the same for there. Hey, this works. Oh man, I'm so happy. This was actually much easier than I thought now. Very cool. I should be fine with the light level here. So yeah, any of these carts, they come back, no matter from what direction, right here. It will go and then merge this way, and it will keep going straight. So now I need to come into here. Now, I'm gonna say... I need to count real quick. Number one is what Y level I need to get to, and the X, Z to... So I think I am gonna come from over there. I'm gonna need to grab 2 hoppers to put here, and then I don't need anything else. It's just gonna return right here and get picked up the same way. So I don't have any... I have a few blocks on me. And not a lot of them. So right here is gonna be a hopper. And then come over like this. Okay. So I do want to come in right here. Probably gonna go one more into the wall or 2. Right here. So let's see here. These coordinates right there. 142, 61, 177. So that's now I know where to go. And I'm gonna go ahead and run this tunnel to this position right here. So I have not dug that way yet. But I was just thinking is I forgot about this track here. So if none of these are set here, okay? Meaning they all just go straight through. This track right here, I actually want to go back to merge into the track that kills the villagers. The reason for that being is if I send one by mistake to the storage up here, right? Or I'm just like, you know what? I have enough librarians. I don't need any more. Let me just get rid of this guy. It's stored there. I don't want to have to kill it by hand. I want it to be sent off. So meaning this track goes back through here. And then I actually wanted to come back and go this way. You guys are going to think I'm crazy. And then tie in to right there. And I need to get these coordinates real quick as well. And that should be much easier. It just, yeah, that one needs to come in right here. So it goes right there, and I can discard of a villager right there. So I think I'm gonna tie into here. I think that's the best one. Right there. So this track right here needs to go up. And I want to be able to walk here, so it's gotta be on top of this layer. Going across into the wall there. Okay, I think that makes sense. So let me go ahead and shave this out a little bit more. And place the tracks going that way. Alright, this is laid out all the way over to that spot. But I still need to figure out how to cross this here. And I think I have an idea on how to do that. So if we go that way, then tie in there and there. So if this one doesn't have anything set, I want to discard it. It's gonna go straight over and then up to here. Don't have any more, but it's gonna go up and over. And if it comes this way, meaning it's coming back from all other tracks, it's gonna cross over this one. And again, there is never going to be really more than one at once. That's why I'm always going to take my time when I send them off. Because let's say I'm sending one all the way to the farthest one, which is down there and then to the left a little ways, okay? But I need to wait for that to come all the way back. Come over here and then go back into the cactus storage. So I think what we need to do here is have a detector track that then place like a note block and a redstone lamp up here where the levers are. So when I'm upstairs and I'm ready to send more than one, I can look at that and see, okay, this cart just came back and it crossed over here. So then I know, hey, I can send the next one going into that same lane, if that makes any sense. So I think we're going to do that. All right, I just ran a track over here and just have this hopper pointing into this one, into that one, and that should work. And then all I got to do is this. So when this one comes over this way, let me get these guys on here. I still have to do the tunnel, the redstone. I'll do that in a second because I want to tie in the other one as well. And right there. So that should be enough. And then over here, we're just gonna need... nope, I have to run that one down first. Like that. Oh. Okay, so maybe it does not work here. Maybe I have to come over. Maybe I do have to come to this one. Alright, let's check this out. So if this one comes to here, bam, and then have it going up here, and then have it like that. Yes, like that. That's gonna work better. Okay, so I just gotta move this one over here. And yep, it does fit. So I'm gonna have to fix all of this again. And then, let me just show you. Yep, I'll fix all this in a second. This tunnel is done all the way. And I started running the tracks out to the other places here. To the farther ones. I'm just running them to like just before the turnips because I need to hollow this out and stuff. And then we need to bring them all the way up there. So I got these three, and now I need to still run these two. These are another two long ones. And I'm kind of, I don't really know. Like on the long stretches here, I have 2, and then 7 regular ones, 2, and 7 regular ones. And I hope that that is enough booster tracks, or what are they actually called? The powered rails. I call them booster tracks. I hope that's going to be enough, but we're just going to have to play around with that. And then, of course, over here, I used redstone torches because it kind of looks cool. But along here, I'm just going to use levers because they're a lot cheaper. And bam, and bam. There we go. So now, like, right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go ahead. And I kind of want them next to each other just so it's easier for me to do this here. Like, right here, I only need 1 lever and so on. I need to run these 2 all the way. And light all of this other stuff up. I shouldn't say light, but the redstone torches that need to go over here. Oh, I didn't connect this one yet. Let's go ahead and connect that one. This has 1 booster here. Let's go with a second one on this spot. Bam. And then come to here. And then booster all the way up top. So it cannot... I mean, this is going to be an empty cart. Yes, this is the return. Alright, so I'm ready to set up the first unloading station down there. So we can actually give this a test run. I just did a test run just with empty rail carts and it worked. But of course we're going to do them together again so you guys can see it. And I found out that it's easiest to work your way down when you do this, okay? So I'm going to place the water last. I'm going to do that in a minute because it requires me to get a ton of buckets again. But so up here is going to be a water source block, okay? That is going to push them this way. So there's gonna have to be... Yes. Yeah, this needs to be closed and this needs to be closed. And they're gonna come up here. And I need one there. Yes, just like that. So the water is going to be underneath here. And there's going to be water above here. And the water up here is going to push them forward this way. And then you need to place a sign here. Simply so you can place another sign. Why can't I get up here now? It doesn't matter. So you can place another sign on top of this. And what that sign does is stop the water from flowing out. I don't have a block next to it. So unfortunately, I cannot put it here. But this does not bother me at all. And now we are going to go and close this off again. Like that. So now every second one, I'm going to have a... Actually, no. We're going to do this different. So there's going to be a sign here. again, so I can have water here and water above. And now I'm going to just go down, and I'm going to... I decided to all these elevators, they're going to be nicer, or, you know, as nice as it can be. And they're all going to have stone bricks around it. So if I ever dig out around it for some reason, I don't need to worry about, hey, you know, I might break the water or whatnot. So let me dig this down all the way. And the reason why I'm building it backwards, by the way, I should have mentioned that, is because on the bottom, I need to make sure that I align this to the first... Oh, I forgot the sign now. To the first sign, so their head gets in the water above it. And I'm sorry if you guys can hear a train outside. It's kind of funny that I'm playing with railroad tracks, and you guys can hear probably a train horn, because I live in a city that has a lot of trains going through at night. So there's empty sign. Empty sign. Okay, I'm on the bottom now. Now let's see how this is going to line up here. Because depending on the... Oh, it doesn't matter on what side the sign is up there. That doesn't matter at all. So there actually needs to be water here. And then a sign here. Okay, so that means... Perfect. It aligns perfectly. Because there's going to be water here. And water is going to push them into this part right here. Let's just place bricks here right now. Okay, this works out perfectly. I'm very happy about this. Okay, anyway, so they're gonna get pushed in here, and then they're gonna bob up in the water down here on the floor, and then their head goes into the water here, which cannot flow down because we have a sign here, and they just go all the way up, and then the very last water on top pushes them out of this. Okay, so now I gotta make a little bit of room here. I'm gonna have to figure out which side I want to unload them. So let's see if I can remember this. So there's gotta be a powered rail here. So when it hits the block, the cart, when it's empty, it actually comes back. Then we need the detector track here that triggers the piston. And here's the activator that actually kicks the villager out. So we need one there and one here. And then we just need to tie into this one. Let's go to here. Yeah, that should be enough. And then, hey, a middle mouse. Oh, that's the activated. I don't have any of those. There we go. So come up 1, 2. I'm just worried that this might be too fast right there. So I think I'm just going to give it a little extra kick right here. Going up. And then just having a regular one. I hope that's enough for coming back with only one right there. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll test it out. Okay, so then now we meet a lever right there. And then right here, in front of the activator, in this hole right there, we need our piston. No. Sorry. It needs to go one up. Otherwise, it's going to break the track here. My bad. It needs to be right there with a solid block, solid block, solid block. But here we're going to have glass. And in the back we have solid. So it can only come out there. And I'm even going to fill in these two corners because it doesn't matter. I put glass here just so you can see it easier. I think that's fine. This glass is so they cannot jump out or anything. Okay, so that means right here, we're going to have our glass with the water pushing that way. And now we just need to run the redstone. What's this one here? I want to keep that. And it's a little bit of a pain in the butt that you need to come from behind. I never understood when redstone runs next to... I need to dip down one and then come up to here. That when you... blocking myself in. Well, let's fill the redstone. That when you... Get me out of here. When redstone runs... I should explain this way, next to a piston, it doesn't trigger it. It needs to point into the piston. That's the only way. And then here I need to go down one, otherwise it connects up. And then it doesn't work either. So... 5 right there, and right here. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, this should work. We can test it out real quick. Let's put you right there and go. So if I let this go back, it will just go into storage. So let's do it. Oh, I did take damage. Okay. Let's take these two out. I have to get these cards again. I'm running low for my testing purposes here. Let's try one more. I think that I just took damage because there was not too high above it. Aha. So I think I took damage from these back here. Alright, very nice. And then, like I said, I don't have... Actually, I do have a few on me. Let's just... I should probably make an endless water source down here, so that's good. This one right here will then push them over here. And then I can demonstrate this. Like I said, I'll fill this water up in a bit here. But if I press space, you guys see I can go up because my head goes into this water and then downwards. So I'm going to have to make an endless water source here anyway. I'm just going to make that right down here so I can fill this water all the way up to the top. Okay, let's bring down the creatures here for a second. Let's bring them to 3% and the master volume up to 30. Weather, hostile, all of this is lower because, show of hands guys, I want to hear from you. How many of you knew that note blocks make different sounds depending on what block they're on? I could not explain for the longest time here, until I googled it today, why this sounded just like a thud. Right? I'm like, why is this not a note block? You know, I'm used to this sound. Or this sound. Right, this is a note block when I think of it. And then I read up on it and somebody posted that apparently these are the 5 different tones you can have. Nothing underneath it, so air, makes the actual note block, right? It sounds like a note. Then with wood underneath it, I don't know, it sounds like a, I think they said a harp. You know, just it sounds like a string instrument. Then with gravel or sand, sounds funny, right? I don't know how to describe that. Then with stone, you just get bass. And then with glass, it's like a button click, right? So this is the sound I want, and now I know how to do it, so I'm happy about that. And I think it's only depending on what you have next to it. So I guess we can test that real quick. So let's put this next to it. It still sounds like the air, because if you put this, it does sound different again. So yeah, that's very interesting, because I had no idea about this. And let me know down in the comments if any of you knew about that. I was very surprised. For as long as I've been playing Minecraft, and I never heard of this. Let me sleep this away real quick. So, the note blocks are gonna go down here. I put a detector track here, so when the empty carts that are coming back from dropping them off runs over here, I want there to be a couple of notes played, just so I know, hey, the cart is back, the track is clear, you can send the next one. So I think we're, gonna start out with a repeater right here. And that needs to go into a, oh, how am I gonna do that? Okay, I think, yes, because I need this hollow under, oh, perfect, right there. This needs to be hollow, so we get this nice, you know, tone-sounding thing. And then I think we're gonna put a redstone here. I didn't give myself a lot of room here, I have to say. Place a repeater right there. And I want to use repeaters, because then I can change the timing of it if I want to. Then one right there, one right here, and then hollow again. Right there. Yeah, I guess we can come back here. It doesn't really matter. Actually, I'm gonna have to have a repeater here. A note block there. A repeater here. And note block there. Yeah, that's fine. Again, I can walk through here, and this is a work area, so it's not that bad. So now we should have, let's delay this here. This should be instantly, but then let's delay this 4, 4, and 4. Like that. And let's just do it without any kind of melody. Oh, like a moron, I forgot that they need to be hollow here. I'll place it against this one and against that one. And try it again. Alright, now I just gotta figure out some kind of a jingle that does not sound so depressing. Feel free to let me know down in the comments that I have no clue about music. But this is the little tone here that I came up with. If you guys have something better with 5 note blocks, just tell me how many tones it changed. So like, I think this one is 12, this is 8, this one is 10, this one is 8, and this one is 14. I think that's what I did. 12, 8, 10, 12, 14. Something like that. And if you guys can hear loud bangs outside, apparently it's normal to start shooting fireworks at the end of June already here. It's a little annoying, but there's nothing I can do. So, now we know when Cart's coming back. And we got a couple of things now to do already. As you guys seen, I have been getting a bunch of villagers ready over here, right? And to give you an example here, like right now I have this guy. He's a butcher. 16 pork chops and 15 raw chicken. Which I believe is better than the butcher I have over here. Are you that? Yeah. 17 and 18, right? So this guy has a better trait than this one. So I want to exchange these here real quick. So nothing is set. Oh yeah, by the way, I did not tell you yet. I tore out this rock here so I can look down. So when I send something off or whatever, I can kind of watch them a little bit better, right? Instead of having this all closed off. Maybe I'll put in a fence gate so I cannot just fall down, or maybe I'll just leave it open. I'm not sure. So I want to send this guy away here, right? And because nothing is set, he should just get sent over to the lava thingy. So let's send him off. See ya, buddy. Close this. We should see him come down here. Zip by and then go up here and come around. And hopefully I'll make it in time. And should come up right here. And see ya. Thank you very much for your service. And now I can take this guy. I did close this lever down here, right? Yes. Okay, so now I can send this butcher out. Let's make sure this is set to store. And go there and wait for me. Okay, cool. I checked on the wiki, the Minecraft wiki, and there is these types of different villagers. There's 6 different groups, okay? They are farmer, librarian, priest, blacksmith, butcher, and nitwit. Nitwit are the greens. They have no traits, so we're going to disregard them forever. And then the farmer has 4 subcategories. Farmer, fisherman, shepherd, and fletcher. But they're all these brown coats right here. And I have 3 of them waiting already. So this guy is a farmer, fletcher, and a shepherd. So there's one more, which is the fisherman. I got to get me one of those as well. Actually really good because I have tons of fish. The next ones are the librarians. Those are the white coats. There's an actual librarian and the cartographer. I have 2 librarians here and 2 cartographer. Then we have the priests. Those are the clerics, the purple ones here. They are pretty much, I don't even know what the traits are that are going to unlock, but we're going to find out. And obviously I'm going to have a lot of rotten flesh, so I can get a lot of emeralds to actually trade for useful stuff, right? And then we have the blacksmith. Those are the brown coats with the black aprons. And then the butchers, those are the ones with the white aprons. The way I'm going to remember is that you're going to see the blood better on the white apron. Okay? So, and there's the butcher and the leather worker and the armorer, toothsmith, and weaponsmith. And I think I have a weaponsmith here and an armorer here. And then here, of course, we have that butcher that we just sent there. And now there's a screenshot as I took with my camera account, and then I used Photoshop to just color this in to just get a bird's eye view, right? So where am I going to send who? And right now, all of them are assigned besides 3. Number 1 is all the way on the top right, the wheat, where it says wheat on this map, right? There's actually no villager elevator. And I never planned on putting one there because I said this is going to be an independent building that is going to be eventually just making us bread. Okay? That's something we're going to do down the line. If I want to auto-feed my villagers in the breeder, right? So, number 4, you guys see here, and on the map, it's the big yellow one on the top right. Next to the wheat is going to be our farmers, the brown coats. So if I need to have farmers going over to the wheat one, I'm just going to connect them temporarily and then like bring it 1, 2, 3 farmers over with a boat or push them over or something like that, right? And then disconnect it again. So all our farmers are going to go in building 4, all our butchers in building 3. The priests in building 1, blacksmith in 2, cartographer and librarians. Those 2 I am separating because librarians, I want a lot of them. They have the good enchants, right? I want to trade with a lot of them. That's where the goodies are, right? But I want to split those up. Like cartographers, I'm not really sure what the point is. I think we could get a map to one of these those roofed forest mansions. So I'm sure I'm going to trade with those, but I want to separate them from the librarians. That's why they're going to go in 8 and they're going to go in 7. So I think we're going to start with our first librarian, guys. It's time. Moment of truth. It's switched down there, and we're going to send off our first librarian, which is this guy right here. He has a respiration 1, which is fine. That's a good treat to have. Because if I go to an ocean monument or something, and then always right away close it again, so when I send the next one down, it just doesn't go browsing through. So that one is there. And let's set then... I have to wait now and see if when this comes back, if we can hear the note block. Before I could send the next one to a different arm, but I don't really want to. I'm not in a hurry. Is it really that far? Well, 7 is one of the farthest ones. Oh, it is coming back. Nice! Ah, that is so cool. Alright, so I'm going to unset the librarian and I'm going to set the cartographer. And we're going to send one of these 2 guys now. Cartographer. See you later, mister. You're going to your new home. I wish there was a different way of doing this, but I can't figure out a different way. But it's okay. So this guy is going, and then next we're going to send... besides 5 and 6, I'm just going to say if all the other 6 are working, 5 and 6 are going to work as well, right? Oops, you go in there. I'm going to leave that there. So now we're waiting for this jingle, for this guy to come back. There it is. Cool. Now we can send the... Where's the priest? Right there. Into building 1. It doesn't really matter which one of these 2. And then once they're all sent, we're going to check upstairs if they are actually in the buildings. And if they're not, then we'll have to troubleshoot where... Well, so far I've seen both of them come back and both of these carts were empty. And one is actually going straight over there. So that one should be quite quickly coming back. Yep, there it is. Okay. And so we have those. So now let's send a blacksmith, which is the armorer, for example. Or let's take this guy here. He's been sitting here for many weeks. There we go. Blacksmith again is the one with the black apron, and the butcher is the one with the white apron, which is right there. Okay, so this blacksmith is the one that goes... Oh, that's the one that's right up here. So pretty much above us. Okay, we sent the priest already, so now we need a farmer. Why don't you go? Alright, he's going a long route, a very long route. And I can't actually unset this as soon as I set it. That does not hurt. And then the last one we need is the butcher. And that is you right there. So I'm going to just wait for my signal. It's already back. Very nice. And send this. I am having so much fun. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I do. This is so cool. Alright, so he's gone and I can unset this. So now everything but 5 and 6 we should have something. And he's already back, so let's go. And let's see if we are lucky and everything worked out the way. I'm just going to see if I can sleep. No, okay, so There should be nothing waiting for me out here. I'm always nervous. Okay, let's start in building number 1. I believe that was the priest. So we should see a purple coat in here. There it is. He's right outside the waters. Right. Yes, it just looked from over here. He's underneath the glass. There he goes. So I just been waiting finally. There's one, and I'm hoping to get another nitwit here very soon. That's not one. And I'm gonna send this to the store because I went through all the other buildings and all of them received their proper villager. It worked flawlessly. So I'm very happy about that. But I want to get 2 more absolute useless ones. Preferably the nitwits, the green ones. Cartographer with 31. Yeah, sure. Let's fill them up. Might as well use as many as we can. Because I do want to send one to building 5 and to building 6. I want to make sure that they work. Right? And another cleric. Sure, let's keep it. And then I can just kill those in the building. Right? And, oh, there's 2. Perfect. There's the second nitwit. So we're going to keep this guy. See, they don't have any trades. So go. And now we have, let's turn this off and overwrite this and pick up this last one real quick. Just so there's nothing standing down there. Okay, because I'm going to run out of rail cards soon. I don't have that many in the system. Another leather worker. I'm going to keep him. Why not? Let's fill up these houses and then we can always remove what we want to remove. That's the last one. We got the full row. All right, so we got to send first one to number 5. That's going to be you, Nitwit. I like that name they gave them. That's what they called them. That's not me. So that one is going to number 5. Yum, see you later. And then we can set number 6 already. And I'm just waiting for the note. 5 and 6 are very far away. So actually, now that this guy's here, I could already send this one. It's totally fine. Nothing is gonna happen. See? Because this one is coming back. And this guy is going to the farthest one at all. This is a long haul here. I don't think I've shown you guys this. This is really far. This, number 6 or number 7 are the 2 farthest. But I think 6 still beats number 7 by a couple blocks. It's all the way back there. So, that's it. I'm very happy. Everything is there. I guess we can double check 5 and 6 together real quick and take one last look at the city, because the next regular episode of the city, it's gonna be mostly decorated. I'm gonna do stuff off camera and then, like I said, in a live stream. And then next time, I think, I'm not really sure yet. Oops, where am I going? I'm not really sure yet where we're gonna go next here. It's probably gonna do some trading and whatnot. And I'm also expecting 113 to go live very soon. Once 113 goes live, we're gonna have probably 1 or 2 episodes of adventuring and whatnot, because it's the big aquatic update. And I did look in a snapshot at it, and it looks amazing so far. It really does. And then we also have to check if all our stuff still works. You know, our water channels, our item elevators, our mob farms, and all that stuff. We have 3 mob farms in the world now. Right, so let me see here. This is 5, yes. So right here, there should be a green coat. Right there. Get out of here. I killed that guy, not you. I'm just gonna leave him in there. I'm not even gonna kill him. And then in the... This is number 6. Yes, there he is. Right there. So 5 and 6 work as well. They all work. Every one of them. I am so... I'm really thrilled, guys. I'm very, very happy. This was a lot of fun setting this up with the railroad tracks. And it makes me really hungry to do more with rail carts, right? But anyways, guys, that's it for today. Any input is always greatly appreciated here. I'm not gonna start breeding more of them until we have all of these emptied. We don't have many left. Look at that. What is that? Maybe 10, 12? And I'm gonna start filling up the houses, right? So when the decorating part and so on starts, there's lots of villagers there and whatnot. And until next, guys, I'm just rambling. I'm so excited about this project. Take care. Stay safe. And bye-bye.